Are we on the cusp of the world's first war in space? Yes, this is space we are talking about. The head of U.S. operations for the U.S. Space Force has warned that China has mastered the use of directed energy, radio frequency, and other such advanced weapon systems that he claims threaten the U.S. activities in space. Now, these statements were made by General B. Chance Saltzman before the United States-China Economic and Security Review Commission. Saltzman, the chief of U.S. space operations, further emphasized that China has been more productive in using its resources, and according to the general, that has been a major oversight on behalf of America. In fact, the U.S. committee was told how China focuses on just one particular area of a planet, while the U.S. has a wide-ranging objective. Comparing China's space objectives to China's increasing naval presence in the Asia-Pacific region, that allows China, and I'm quoting him here, to be the most dangerous and so fast, quote-unquote. It was further realized that the United States needs to change its perception about space, looking at it from a more military point of view rather than just for resources. Another major oversight pointed out before the commission, and perhaps the most significant one, is that China has invested in 6 weapon categories, something that he said the United States is not doing. And what exactly are these weapons? They can basically be categorized into types of weapons, one being ground-based and others being space-based, all of which are armed either by directed energy weapons, radio frequency weapons, or kinetic energy weapons. But why exactly is America not being able to develop all such weapons? According to Saltzman, it is due to lack of resources and the United States having an overly restrictive policy. That's not just preventing the U.S. from achieving space superiority, but also putting it in a position that it cannot combat an opponent's space weapon or destroy their space power. But here's the caveat. Saltzman was not the only Pentagon official making such statements. General Christopher Cavoli, commander of the U.S. European Command and Supreme Allied Commander Europe, also sharing similar views for the need of urgency in military domination in space before a U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee. Now, these developments don't come in isolation, and that's the greater important part. Just 2 weeks ago, the U.S. Space Force accused China of conducting coordinated maneuvers with its satellites in what it claimed was China practicing dogfighting or combat in space. Dogfighting is a term usually reserved for jet fighters, as you may be aware, involved in aerial combat. In 2024, China also navigated multiple satellites in close formation, leading to concerns among the Western countries that the satellites were being tested for potential military uses. As the top U.S. generals in the United States call for greater focus towards militarizing space, it seems one thing is clear: the United States sees China as a great threat in space. And the question still remains: will this head towards the world's first ever war in space? To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.